Thank goodness for O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Well, we just had another episode. Last night it was a guy at the gas station spitting in my face because I told him to panhandle from somebody else, but not me. And today I just drove 25 miles from Vail, Arizona to Benson, Arizona. I've been smelling some gasoline-y. Drip, drip, drip. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Not a good smell. So I stopped here to get some water at Subway around the corner. And O'Reilly's over there and Walmart's over there. And I backed in here, nice quiet spot in the shade. And I noticed that one of my clamps for my coolant overflow tank was loose. So I was going to adjust it and the coolant sprayed everywhere. And then I look underneath and I say, wait a second. One of my fuel lines is rotted and it's got 4 hose clamps, 1 on either end and 2 in the middle. And I say, why would they have 4 hose clamps unless they were stripped and they just pushed one aside? So I undid the hose clamp and what do I hear? Oh yeah, all over my hot V12 5-liter tiny piston smooth running engine. Yep, so I tightened the clamp back up, went across the street. Chevrolet! See a lot of old stuff around here. Old Chevys and old Fords and old Fords and old Chevys. Nice patina. Oh, it's got some rot in the bottom of the cab corner, just a tiny bit. Anyhow, so I went across the street, got a piece of fuel line. They didn't charge me, 4 inches long, 5/16. And then I made my mistake. I undid the fuel lines and dripping all over the hot engine, which had cooled, but how much do you cool when it's 92 degrees in the shade and the sun's come around, the sky is blue? What I should have done is taken out the fuel pump fuse or relay and ran the engine until it stalled, but I didn't. So fuel's spraying, and then I took off the other fuel line over here, and more fuel's spraying. Yeah. Spike Punk was here, he would have belted me. Well, the guy last night tried, but he missed. Anyhow, so I put on my fuel line, I put the clamps on a nicely indexed so they're all lined up, and I cut the fuel line nice and square so I don't have a shard, ragged, jagged Harley Davidson street glide end. I got one of those. Yep, there's the old fuel line, rotted, just ready to blow sky high. It was dripping, and I undid the clamp, and it started leaking worse. There was a clamp on the rubber, no metal, just clamped rubber. So, got my trusty tools from Walmart. We're missing the 12mm 3/8 socket. We're missing the 3/8 ratchet. What else is new? Bought a jack from them a couple days ago, and the screw that lets the jack down was undone. There was no oil in the jack. No wonder when I picked it up I got oil in my hands. Oh, go back to Walmart, waste time, another half an hour. Let's crank this baby up and see what happens. Crank her up! Weird how she sounds when she cranks. Got so many cylinders it doesn't go roar, 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 it goes ree. And you hear all the injectors letting loose, tick, 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 and you don't hear the fuel going spraying all over the ground. That's antifreeze, let me tell you. I lost a quart of gasoline all over the hot engine. It cooled for 20 minutes, but how do you like that? These fuel lines are hard to get to. I had to remove the overflow bottle, the antifreeze bottle. You can't lift it up much because it's got nice factory crimped clamps, and all you can do is lift it up a little bit, and this hose is in your way, so you just jiggle and wiggle and wiggle and jiggle, and I put a little bit of transmission fluid on the hoses so they'd slide on, and I made sure that the clamp was indexed nice and square, OCD, and I tightened them up nice. I used the factory German clamps. I don't like these friggin' American ones. Now they're made in China. I don't like these clamps. They break. They come loose. They're not good. Everybody uses them. I do not like them. That's it. We're running and we're not leaking fuel anymore. And this morning I got into the Airbnb that I stayed at in Vail, way in the boonies, and there was a puddle of antifreeze, a foot square. Pretty sure it was antifreeze. There's a lot of gas mixed in here. Antifreeze first and topped off with some gas. I looked at the engine and I saw 1 drop. We're not leaking much oil, but there's the air conditioning compressor. I'm going to get some Freon at Walmart. Get some air conditioning in this beast. The compressor turns. Wait a minute. She's over here. There it is. I turned it by hand and where is it? There it is. I turned it by hand. It seems to move smoothly. That shock absorber thingy, that's one of the tensioners from one of the idlers. Everything's working nice and smooth. Hopefully I got 300 more miles to get to Corvair and Chaparral, New Mexico, then 600 miles to go meet Billy. He left Salinas, Kansas this morning, and he should be arriving a day before me. Got some oil stains on the back. Got my square tip V12 muffler rumbling away, and I'm gonna get some Freon and hit the road, man. Gotta get some miles. There's a nice little butterfly. Alrighty, please don't panhandle me in the gas station anymore and spit in my face. Gee, what am I gonna do with these people in South Tucson? Yep, that's what was happening there. Didn't get his license plate, but we got a video of him. You know who he is. What a degenerate. Panhandling for money and spitting in strangers' people's faces. Nice. Crank that baby up. Off we go.